Well, Britney Spears' father seemed to be very, very articulate after her daughter Britney Spears did say that she's bringing up her memoir. Looks like the father, who happens to be Jamie, says that he is not even going to be part of this hullabaloo, and even he's just not going to read about his own daughter's book that she's written. How interesting. We'll find out in this interesting report we do have for you. This is the Legends of Actions. Please do want to keep the subscription going. We appreciate the subscription so far, but keep it going. Share, and of course do want to like our platform for great content. For more news, you can also visit pinaxnews.com. Your thought and comments, please. We'll be appreciating in the comment section. Let's get interactive in the comment section once again. Now, Jimmy Spears, who happens to be the father to Britney Spears, is apparently not concerned in the slightest with the content of Britney Spears' upcoming memoir. Now, he's not even going to bother reading the book. Wow. A source apparently close to the Spears' family told TMZ in a report that Jimmy is not apparently sweating that Britney, has to say about him in the book. Now, The Woman in Me, that's the name of the book or the title of the memoir coming up by Britney Spears, because she's already trashed him both in court and on social media. Once saying that she hoped that he'd spend the rest of his life in jail. Now, in addition to Britney's book, now his ex-wife, that's Lynn, and Britney's younger sister, Jimmy Lane, both released memoirs detailing how Jimmy was an absent father during Britney's upbringing, which coincided with his struggles with alcohol. Now, in other words, they've all pretty much said everything. So what else is there to also know? Anyways, now fact is, Jimmy's already taken ownership of being a bad dad when Britney grew up. But when she, was in dire strait back in 2008, Jimmy also came to Los Angeles to help her, stayed for the next 13 years as her conservatorship. Now, Britney's lawyer, Matt, I beg your pardon, guys, Rosengren has alleged that Jimmy fleeced her for millions of dollars during the conservatorship, and Britney might be addressing that as well in the book. Now, but our sources also close to us tells us that so far, Rosengart has not gotten a single penny from Jimmy, in part because almost all the expenditure were court approved. Now, short story, let's just put it. We are told that Jimmy has no clue what made the final cut in Britney's memoir, and he's not even interested in finding out because he lived through it and knows the truth already. Now, the memoir, is set to come out in October 24th, and while it may be a page turner for, some, it won't, also be for Jimmy. So whilst Jada Pinkett is revealing, her memoir, looks like these two really have some interesting, fact inside their book. So I don't know, but it seems like everyone currently seems to be writing a memoir. Guys, I'm sorry, but I'm even choking with this whole thing that's happening because Britney's Jada Pinkett released a memoirs latest. That's the topic for discussion now. Here comes Britney Spears also detailing something about the father. It's something really that has become a norm now, that everyone would want to sum everything that has happened in his or her life inside their book. I don't know how it's working, but it's working for some people, like Jada Pinkett, for instance, and people really seem to be cashing out. But unfortunately for Britney Spears' father, Jimmy, he says he doesn't want to be part. As a father, we would want to know that you be supportive to your daughter or your son or anything relating to your child or your ward. But here comes Britney Spears. We all do know the whole fight between Britney Spears and her father. So that issue is there. Maybe that is the one that seems to be triggering the fight now, or the neglect once again from the camp of Jimmy, who happens to be the father to Britney Spears. So he says he's not going to read. Now, if Britney Spears' father is not going to read, who are we to even pay attention to what really is in the book? If a whole father says that he's not going to pay attention to the book because he feels there's, excuse my language, no sense in what Britney, will be putting out there. What really should fans also do with the book when it comes out on the 24th of October? There's been a whole lot of conversation about this on social media. We all do know what really has been happening with Britney Spears. Recent, I don't want to call it relapse or something, but we did see how bizarre she went live when she was performing with a knife, and she cut herself, and the police also had to invade into her house just to be sure that Britney is well. But unfortunately, the memoir that seemed to be coming up on this particular month, that's 24th, that's somewhere next week, I guess. Well, I'm super much in anticipation to know exactly what's in the book, what's inside the book, because I've heard so much about Britney Spears. I've read a lot about Britney Spears, but little is known about, this whole memoir thing that she wants to bring out there. I'm sure she's going to talk about the conservatorship. Yes, before I bite my tongue, I know, right? And of course, she's going to also talk about the family, her mom, for instance, the neglect she also had, as a child, and how basically marriage has been very difficult for her, like her being in a relationship. I'm really anticipating for these four things: the relationship with her father, and of course their mother. I mean, their entire family in general. Let me just put it. Then, of course, marriage as a whole, and what really she has for her fans inside. This interesting memoir. So, of course, Jamie says that he will not be part of this upcoming memoir that Britney Spears will be bringing out anytime soon. Well, let us know what you think about this, and what would be your highlights so far. Okay, let me just say that what are you expecting from the memoir that Britney Spears says she will be bringing? I'm hoping that this one becomes a bit normal, like no so higher controversy. Well, I know that there will be controversy inside the book because Sam Ashgari, gave Britney some difficult moment after they broke up, and so I want to really know so much about the highlights of this couple inside the book. And of course, I would also want to know so much about the conservatorship, inside this book. Of course, also, I would want to know the relationship so far that she has with her father. And so I'm anticipating for four things now. What will you also be anticipating inside this interesting memoir coming in from Britney Spears that will be premiered at the on the 24th of October? Let us know in the comment section. Well, interestingly, I don't know if Samash Gary also would want to say anything about it, because he seemed to be getting very personal, physical also with Britney Spears on social media, because sometimes he throws tantrums, to Britney Spears, and he seemed to be jabbing Britney Spears subtly, anyways. But anyway, we do know what really happens after divorce, or couple do have a divorce together and something. So I'm really hoping that Britney Spears' book comes out anytime soon. And of course, I'm really anticipating something very big inside this book. What really also will be your thought inside this interesting book? Let us know in the comment section. So I'm trying to see if I can get any tweets so far from Britney Spears and the team, but unfortunately, so it's all about the memoir coming up. That's The Woman in Me. I think that's what the book says anyway. So let's keep an eye on that interesting memoir coming up. We'll also be here to bring you up to speed of information from the camp of Britney Spears. Thanks for watching.